Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Garnett-Tools. Check this out. So it has come to my attention, right, that there's been a certain set of folks talking that mess, running that mouth, right? And it's pretty weird to me because I'm gonna have to go on Chrome, Google Chrome. Don't know why it switched, but we're gonna try to figure that out. That needs to not be happening. Hold on. Let me also pull. Just me. Okay. Blam. Every time I open up Chrome, for some reason it switches. Huh. That's weird. We'll do this though. We can fix that real quick. Okay. Can you stay there? Is it gonna stay there? Is it gonna switch when I switch? Let's see. I don't know why it's doing that. I have no clue why it's doing that. Something about. Hold on. Maybe. Okay. So, okay, I got two scene switchers running. Hold on, let me turn this one off. Can you stop? There we go. All right, and we're gonna close that. All right, that should be me. Okay. All right. I think. Yeah, we're good. All right. So, like, my purpose of doing this live stream, right, is because someone in the stratosphere has been running a mouth about something, somewhere, some way, somehow, about something, potentially also something racist. So I'm going to have to show you guys, right, that it's pretty weird to me that they would go after a guy like this. So let's go down into my content and let's see how often I post videos, right? Because it's kind of weird to even mention me among YouTubers when I only have few friends, right? I only have few friends on YouTube, and I really rarely post videos. Probably you guys get videos out of me once a month, but like if what is being accused is true, guess what? You know, that's typically my greatest motivator, is that, you know, when someone is, you know, unjustly coming after me, that's my biggest motivator. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and tell whoever it is, whoever it may be, stop, right? Keep my name out your mouth. And probably not okay to be racist in 2023. But we'll go ahead and show you guys, right? We'll get you on the big screen. Blam. So this is my output on the channel. And this is what I do. You can see I posted a video today. The last video I actually posted, period, was December 3rd. That was a month ago. Before that, November 29th, a couple days before the previous one there. And I put a short up November 26th, but before that, October 26th, October 24th, October 17th. So there was 3 videos that month. September, let's see, how many videos did I put out in September? 4. August, how many videos I put out in August? 3. July, 3. June looks like 5 total videos. May, what we got here? Oh, I went on a spree here in May. They're all shorts though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in May. How about April? April, there's 2 there. Gotta go to the next page. 2 there. 4 in April. March. Ooh, 6. Is that 6? That's 6 in March. Wow. February. Right? February, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, is that 6? Is that 7? Is that 8? Whoa, 8 pieces of content in February. That was clearly the peak. January, only 2 videos last January. So a year ago, I only put out 2 total videos and they were shorts. Then February, I put out 8. And then, you know what I'm saying, the story as I continue, right? So I've been pretty light with the content, as, you know, Dano has pointed out here. It's weird that anyone would come at me. I don't talk to any of these YouTubers on a daily basis. I don't interact with any. Like, I probably talk more to Bruce Allen than anyone. I talk more to him than anyone. I guarantee it. Like in a personal, from a personal standpoint, I don't talk to anyone, and I rarely, as you can see, put out videos. So it's weird that people, somehow, I don't know if they're jealous, because this is the only thing I can surmise that people are jealous of, right? If I go to my channel, right, and you see my subscriber count, and it's 20,000. Now, there are a lot of guys out there who put out a great deal of content. Now, I don't know why, for some reason, YouTube in this when you're looking at it on a desktop computer, they don't show the amount of videos you have, right? But I'm pretty sure I can go to my channel on just regular YouTube on my phone and see how many videos I have. So I have 192 videos total. That includes shorts, guys. And from that, I've gotten 20,000 subscribers. 20,000 of you have subscribed and said you want to engage and you would like to see my content again. Some of these creators maybe quite possibly don't have that luxury and have to put in a lot more effort to attain that level. And that's probably the only reason, I could see that anyone wants to talk about me. I don't put out videos often. I live my life. I go to work. I do the job. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty good at my job, and that pretty much has taken up my time between that and my kids. That's what I do. That's why this has become more of a hobby than it is a career path. Maybe for some of those guys it is a career path and they want to follow on that, and they're trying to do something controversial and trying to stir up a ruckus. But just guess what? Don't do that with me, because I know for a fact that this YouTube stuff, I was the reason I have gotten this 20,000 subscriber base is because I have sat down and figure out search engine optimization. I figured out how to optimize my playlists. I figured out how to maximize my tags with my titles, with my video descriptions, and kind of combine that with the shorts and integrate Instagram and TikTok and allow that to draw everything. That's why I have under 200 videos and have 20,000 subscribers. If someone, I'm speaking directly to the person or group of people who kind of want to put my name in things or talk shit about me, check this out. If those guys want to do that, do it. Motivate me to devote more time to this where I can spend, that's like the greatest motivator for me. I'll spend oodles of time just making someone mad, because that brings joy to my heart when someone is unjustifiably mad about something that literally has nothing to do with them. It makes me want to poke a bear, pun intended. But go right ahead. I would love to see who's been doing this. So if by chance that person or those people come across this, please challenge me. Please challenge me, because this has been light effort, very light effort. What I put in, like, I know my channel looks extremely polished, right? It looks exceedingly polished. And I like you guys to know that all of this, everything you see on my channel is directly a brainchild of me. I didn't contract anyone. I didn't enlist any help in designing anything. Everything you see visually is a product of my brain. You know what I'm saying? I didn't steal someone's artwork and simply modify a few things, or I didn't steal someone's artwork and simply try to modify that or change a little thing to make it look like my merch is better than. No, all of my merch you see on my channel or on my product pages is directly designed by me sitting here. I use, my computer that I hand built myself. Seriously. I use, a wireless keyboard and a pen tablet from XP Pen, and I use GIMP, not Photoshop, and then I use Premiere Pro to edit the videos. And then I use Inkscape, which is free, so GIMP and Inkscape are free. It's all from me, right? It's genuinely baffling why someone would want to come after me. But if anyone wants to let me know, who, why, where, let me know. Because I genuinely am curious why you would want to enlist me as a target. What have I done to anyone? Seriously, what have I done to anyone? I don't think I've done anything to anyone to deserve what, right? Apparently videos were taken down, and it's a kind of a rabbit hole, but yeah, let me know, bro. If any of you have seen any of these videos, let me know. Let me know who, why, what, where, and we will react accordingly, because like I said, that's my greatest motivator. When someone unjustly comes after me, I stick it to the man better than anyone else. That's a given. But let's go ahead and answer some questions here from some of you viewers. Bruce is doing actually, I'd say, better than anyone in the Big Six, right? Bruce as Bruce is like he's like his own boss. Seriously, he's come to a level that like he does what he wants and has no one to tell him what to do at this point, and just makes money. For example, I'm gonna give you just one example. All right, there's been multiple, you know what I'm saying, things we've conversed about, but Bruce, he scores the most amazing deals off marketplace that you could ever fathom. And that's in regards to cars, in regards to tools, in regards to, you know what I'm saying, technology. He scores the most amazing deals. I don't know if it's his diligence and staying on marketplace and, you know, seeking out these products, or it's a byproduct of him living in New Jersey. But it seems that inevitably he is quite literally the luckiest man alive. Like he like I said, for example, this man can take an Audi, for example. If you have an Audi and you lost all your keys to it and you, for some reason, put it on marketplace, Bruce would be the type of guy that would buy that, and he would remove the module that controls the wireless keyless entry, and he would solder some wires to it, program a new key, figure out the title stuff, and blam, he just lucked into a $5,000 car for $600 that he can fix in half an hour. That's what Bruce has been doing. He's doing exceedingly well, if I can say so. That might be a thing to do. A search list. Then a search list might help. I didn't know you could do that on Marketplace. I figured it out on eBay. That's pretty easy for me, but I've saved things and had it like save searches, but like in my area, Pittsburgh area, I save like Snap-on, right? And every day it notifies me that something Snap-on has been posted. And it's usually Snickle Fritz. It's literally nothing. It's half the time it's stuff that's been posted already and people are tired of seeing it on there. You know what I'm saying? They haven't gotten paid, or, you know what I'm saying, they haven't sold their item yet and they just repost it. And the other half is people want too much money for things that the other half is people want too much money for things that aren't worth that much. No name found. What scan tool am I going with? So, I have a BMW, a '06 BMW 530xi, and hold on. And a regular scan tool, like the regular OBD, it just didn't work out too well. So my launch plugged into that quite nicely. And also like to let you know that since Bruce was on that path of buying stuff from Marketplace, he kind of set me on that path as well. So in the interim, like when in my spare time, like I know it's kind of shitty that I haven't been making videos for you guys, but in my spare time, I've been buying like Snap-on tools from Marketplace. And I've come across a crap ton of scan tools. I've owned probably 4 Snap-on scan tools, and it's as far as the scan tool itself, like the Snap-on one connects fast, and for me, the probably the most expensive one I had. It connected fast and, you know, pulled up the codes, but like half the functionality wasn't there because you're not paying for that subscription service. You don't have access to that. Like it's literally half of the functionality of the scan tool. But like in an aftermarket standpoint, like it was a decent tool. You could pull up, you know, live things, and it kind of like made it usability wise very nice. But if you're going all in, if your daily grind is automotive, if you need the access to those, you know, guided component tests, like definitely Alltel or Snap-on is the way to go. But like if you're not going all in, if you don't have, you know, a constant flow of automobiles coming day in, day out, you know what I'm saying? You don't have things coming through the shop and you're not booming, you could definitely look at one of the cheaper tools for sure. Frank, Thinktool Pro S. I thought about that. Like, Thinktool definitely has a nice product, but like, it seems like a lot of the scan tools, like even the Topden is like mimicking the same functionality. So like, we'll navigate and look at their interface. So, let's see, Thinktool, and that's Thinktool. I don't want Amazon. I want Yeah, this is their official website, by the way. That's something I wouldn't recommend that. So you go to diagnostic tools here, and if you look at some of the things they have, right? Look at that. Look at the interface on that product. Now, if you go to Topden, right, and you look at their diagnostic tools, right, and you look at something like this, or even, I don't know why it went that way. Ooh, I'm about to back up there. I don't know where it has me at. Searching through specific. Yeah, let's just go here. And let's go diagnostic tool. Look at all the diagnostic tools they have, right? And as you can see, like a lot of their functionality and a lot of the screens look eerily similar to each other. So if we look at just the Phoenix, right? Phoenix, right? This screen, that screen kind of looks, it used to look like that screen. But if we go to launch Tech USA, right? Whoop, flub that, Launch Tech USA, and we look at their screen, like a lot of their, we'll go professional, and if you look at the way their screen's set up, look at that. You got 4 rows, you got 4 across the top, 4 in the middle, 5 on the bottom, and you kind of have the same stuff there. They just lay it out different, right? And I venture to say that Topden does the same thing. We'll look at the mid-level ones. Yeah, look at that. There's that one. We'll try already diag. Integrated. Phoenix Mac Plus Pro. Actually, we'll look at the Pro. a lead. Right? A lot of these things, if you look up some of the videos on like it actually operating, it seems like it's the same software. They just do a little tweaks and blam. You know, say that it's Toptons now, or it's Launches now, or it's Thinktools now. It's weird that they're all kind of like similar. Now I will say that the Thinktool has, it's a little convoluted to find. So I don't know if there was issues with it. So aside from Snap-on, if you need an oscilloscope, Snap-on is like the way to go because it incorporates that into oscilloscope, and you can literally plug into the oscilloscope and it docks on your scan tool. It docks directly. Even today, even with the newest, biggest, baddest scan tool Snap-on has, it still uses the M2 scan module, or the oscilloscope module that docks to the actual tablet. And your oscilloscope is like right there in your hands at your fingertips. So you literally, the scan tool guides you through what to do. You plug in your leads and it tells you where to probe those leads. So like, that's what I mean. If you're all in at a shop, that's the way to go, because you're going to pay your price and blam. You're not even going to have to think about, you know what I'm saying, oh, where am I going to get my oscilloscope and how's it work with this tool? That's the unilateral easiest way. But Thinktool is the second best, and they used to offer something with the I think it's with this one. That you could, it something docks, like there are accessories that dock to the back of it. And they didn't offer it for long. I don't know if they still offer it. Like, I haven't been able to find it recently. It just sucks that, like, it was just that one. But I think it was the Thinktool Pro S. Maybe ThinkScan Max. See, it's hard. It's kind of hard to navigate their web when they got so many different products. I wish I could just accessories, right? Okay, here's accessories. See, there's only extension cables and connectors, right? Maybe it's under something else. See, yeah, their site just like is not great, because I think they used to offer a lot more along the lines, like they had like 2 or 3 different versions of this product. But I myself have a Launch, and my Launch just plugs directly into my BMW. I got it when I wrecked my car. I don't know if any of you remember the post I put up, but I wrecked my truck, and I got insurance money for the truck, and I went ahead and bought a Launch. Pro S, I think. Yeah, Pro S Mini, right? But I bought it from Amazon, so it's definitely one of the see how there's a US Launch X431 Pro, right? Did we open up Launch Tech USA? Yeah, we did. Okay, so if we go into product, okay, X41. See, look at this. X431 comes up with those. DIY scan tools. Let's see if my launch is not even on here, I don't think. It's not. It's not. Maybe under legacy products. Nope. Literally, the scan tool I have is not on this site. Period. So the one I have is this one. If you see Pro S Mini X whatever 431, it's a Chinese scan tool for sure, and I got it for like 700, which is kind of makes me feel a lot better that they're still selling them for that. But it plugs right into that BMW, and it talks to it. It can pull live data. It can do everything I need it to do. It can let's see. It can relearn that whole car. So like there are like service level. There's probably like 10 or 12 service level things that the car will annoy you, like utterly annoy you about, unless you complete them. Like there's even there's one in there, like if you change your spark plugs, if you did a differential service, like those things will pop up on the dash every time you start the car. And this thing, it will go in there and, you know what I'm saying, change that. Actually, when I bought the car, I did everything to it. And I went in with this scan tool and like just did it. I actually accidentally programmed or updated my ECM as well. I was just poking around in there and it was like, oh, update ECM. I'm like, what does this do? It didn't word it like that. It was like, it was said something about ECM, or like, I didn't know the terminology at the time. So like, whatever BMW calls their ECM, they call their ECM something special. BMW like a DCU or something like that. DME, there it is. DME, and I was like, yeah, sure, program the DME, and I'm like, it once it was done, it was like DME ECU reprogram. I was like, fuck me. I hope this thing still starts, and luckily it did. But like I for some reason that Chinese launch, you know what I'm saying, there's been suits over Altel retaining information that they shouldn't have, but I mean, some of these things, these Chinese ones, you know, they kind of don't they don't really apply to the U.S. System, so like they can. It's kind of like the Wild West. And the thing about the Chinese is that they kind of like their premium culture, and they like a big. I don't know how I know this, but like a big selling point of Cadillac is like they have a big market in China for some reason. The Chinese people just love Cadillacs. So, like, they kind of like their premium vehicles over there, like in the premium districts of China. So, like, when it comes to a scan tool, I'm like, knowing what I know, I'm not scared of a Chinese scan tool like a normal person would be. But, like, if you need something that's reliable, I would definitely go with Launch Tech USA. It's cheap enough. Their name is not as big as like the Altels, because the Altels is partnered with a lot of the, like, I think they do Matco's scan tool, and they also do Harbor Freight's, which is another thing I didn't even realize. Hold on, let me see if that they still even offer that, because Harbor Freight used to offer an Altel. Literally, they sold a Altel in the store. So like, I forgot what was it at. What's Harbor Freight's like scan tool brand? Because that's what it was under. I mean, maybe I just searched scan tool. Zurich, yeah. Zurich ZR Pro. There it is. Factory reconditioned. Let's see how this looks quite a lot like the Altel. Right? Kind of designed the design, you know what I'm saying, language on the scan tool itself looks a lot like an Altel. But I don't know past this screen what was Zurich is actually a launch, they're saying. That's yeah, so that's pretty cool. And they still sell it, albeit factory reconditioned. Now I don't know if this is. Is he using oh, he's just using one of them cheap. See, but the launch I have, this thing, it's like weird because like when you go to look at your data and you pull up your graph, like these days, like the reason people are going away from oscilloscopes is because the scan tool will tell you what the computer's seeing. And excuse me, the only reason you would need an oscilloscope is to maybe verify what the scan tool's seeing. But like in this case of this X431, it like the screen is like this big where you see the graph, and like it when it overlays, it's just like a jumbled mess, and you can't really discern more than 2 items on the graph. And if you're actually looking for a scan tool, you want one that's in landscape like this, where it'll show you a bigger graph and you can definitely see the items you're trying to look at. I remember trying to diagnose my BMW, and with the launch, the graph it showed, I couldn't look at all 4 wheels on wheel speed because one of the wheel speeds was like setting a 4x4 issue because it's an all-wheel drive BMW. So like one of the wheel speed sensors was off, and you could see that like on such a small graph, like yay big, when something is outscaling another thing, you don't really see the data that's in the other one. So like maybe you're going 50 mile an hour, like the graph is going to reset the scale for the working wheel speed sensor, and it's this big, right? And the one that's malfunctioning is sitting here just like bouncing up and down. Now, when you just change your view to just that wheel speed sensor, you can see that like, oh, it kind of tries to jump to 30 but just drops immediately down to 0. I was lucky in that regard that, hey, that wheel speed sensor, something's going on with it. Maybe the gap's off or it's bad, so I replaced it. But like when you're looking at different datas, you're kind of screwed with something like this. You need something that's in landscape and can show you all of it if you're doing this as your career. Jack's Garage says the Altel has the same battery size as the iPhone 4. I don't know. I haven't had any experience with Altel in that manner. But Frank says you definitely need a 10-inch screen on a scanner. Like, cause I don't know if it's the size, but you definitely need it to be in landscape because, like I'm saying, this launch X431, which cost me around $700, it's only in vertical. Like, even though you could turn the tablet physically turn it sideways, I don't know why they don't allow the software to like operate in landscape. It's just you're locked in vertical mode on that scan tool. But other than that, it's a pretty great scan tool. I've plugged into Fords, 2021 Fords. I've plugged into 2018 Nissans and older BMWs and '07 and my '07 Silverado. And that's the one comparison I do have in the launch versus the Snap-on, which the launch was so much faster in connecting to that older truck. It's just mind-boggling. Like the Snap-on, I think it was a Verus D10 Pro, but like it took forever. And then versus the launch, like I was able to jump through so many things a lot faster on the launch than I was on the Snap-on. So that's the only direct comparison I have. But like, as far as like that stuff, I think if you're even, that's one of those places where I'd recommend the launch is like if you got older stuff that you're working on, like, cause not everyone works on 2022s. So if you got older stuff, the launch will be good because like it can even interface with those. It's one of those professional level scan tools that will still interface with the more premium cars out there, and it won't break your bank. You know what I'm saying? When you jump to the newer options, you know what I'm saying? You got the ADAS and like you need a lot if you're dealing with ADAS, and you know what I'm saying, you're dealing with parking sensors and radar sensors and cameras. Like you need a lot more functionality out of a scan tool, which is yeah. I'd say the launch is pretty nice if you're like in that, like maybe if you're in an independent shop and you don't see like the newest stuff ever, sure, get the launch. I mean, and they require you all to get your own scan tool. Sure, the launch is fine. Like one of these is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because if you buy it now, you get 2 years of updates on a Chinese launch. So like, and they always like prompt you to clear out the brands. I made sure I selected every brand. So like I'm good till 2022 on every brand imaginable. Even Chinese ones you haven't heard of. So yeah, just go ahead and get one of those. But like if you need advanced features, do not buy the launch at all. This one at least. You definitely need a more professional tool. And if this is like I don't know how this Harbor Freight one works. And for $7.99 for a reconditioned one is a little expensive. When you consider you can go to like this Thinktool Pro is like $730 right now. I know they have more expensive ones, but like even Topton. Let's see. Phoenix. They have all these Phoenixes, right? Oh, look at the Phoenix Pro, right? That's the old one. See, that's one thing they need to do is phase out their older ones. Phoenix Elite, I think is the newer. Yeah. How much is this thing? Phoenix Lite, Phoenix Remote, Phoenix Smart. No pricing. Is there a shop? Why can't I buy nothing here? They all slow on Nissan. Yeah, the one time I did plug my launch into a Nissan, like a newer, like 2012 Nissan. What did I say? Was it 2018 or 2012? I don't remember. But it's something in that range. But like I remember the Nissan, whatever year Nissan it is, it had 2 screens. And like one of the screens went like, oh, service. And the other screen was like flickering. I was like, hope I'm not breaking your car, bud. But yeah, it did. It did take a while, if I do recall. Online store. There we go. Walmart. See, this is the weird thing about TALKIN, their official stores. I think Amazon has a good, bi-directional. Prices, bro. Prices. What we got? Prices. Phoenix Plus. 1,600 or 1,100, 1,200. Phoenix Smart. How much? Look at that. 400, 500 bucks. Phoenix Smart. Look at that. How big is the screen? 2 years updates. Bi-directional OE level. That's a deal right there. ECU coding. See, that's what mine can do. How big is the screen? And then the Alltel's 1,300 bucks. How big's the screen, man? 7-inch. So this is the same size as the launch. The launch that I have. Where's it at? Same size as that thing. It's a little one, but I think it's also the same size as this thing. Size of the screen. 8-inch. So similar size. That TALKIN is. So it's kind of little. Like if you can see there in the. It's kind of little, bro. You look like you don't know what you're doing with that little ass tablet. I'm just saying. you show up with that little ass tablet. You look like you don't know what you're doing. You gotta have a big tablet to see the data. To be able to easily see the data. It's gotta be big. I'm sorry, it just has to be. But that's 500. And Harbor Freight wants $800 for a reconditioned one. No. That's Harbor Freight's pricing has gotten out of control. That's another side note. Let's see. Phoenix Lite 2. 900. Pretty much. 900 bucks. Ooh, coupon, 120 off. Is that off the normal price? Applied to one item per order at checkout. Is that off this price? Cause if so, then that's balling right there. What size is your screen now? What size is your screen? We're gonna have to see, and it has less 28 plus resets, less than the other one we just looked at. 8-inch screen. Like that's the same size as this thing. It looks little. You need a 10-inch screen. All right, but that's comparable to money. That's $859 they want for that, and a ZR Pro they want. See, but it's still killing me. Recondition, bro. Why? They don't sell this thing new? They don't sell this thing new? No. They only sell it reconditioned. And then it's $500 for a 12-month subscription. Now, what do you get with it? You get how many years do you get with it? Only 1 year. So, yeah, not that great a deal from Harbor Freight. TALKIN, not really that great a deal either. What do you get with this? How big is this? For $730. This is a Android 10. You get 2 years. How big is your screen? How big is your screen, bro? Tech specs. 8 inches. Oh, 10.1 is the Pro S and 10.1 Pro S Plus. So, click on Pro S. $1,000 for a 10-inch tablet. And this one cheaper than both of those options we just looked at, right? 7, and that's $800. This one's $730. And where were we at? Topton. That one's $859. But I don't know if that $120 coupon takes off of that. Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of would spring for this Thinktool. The Pro S. You want a 10-inch. You want a 10-inch. Because it makes it... But, like, I don't know. An 8-inch... That's cheap, man. That's $729. That's $729 right there. And it's landscape, so you can see the data. But it might be a little cramped. I think the 10-inch... I'm going to go ahead and say the 10 inches is what you want. Seriously. Because that's kind of like the size of like one of the snap-ons. Like you want a 10-inch. Seriously. Let's see what Alltel offers. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. The cheaper ones, MK808BT, Bluetooth. How big your screen? $7-inch. Is this one 9.0 something? How big your screen? Come on. How big your screen? 8-inch, even on the 9.0 whatever. 906 BT 8-inch. 906 Pro. Whoa. What is going on here? Who is playing that? No thanks. $12.9. There we go. And $1,300. So yeah, I'd say it's between Launch and Thinktool. I'd say, or did we find one for Topton? Did we find their 10-inch? Is this one the 8-inch? That might be the 8-inch. All right, hold on. We'll find the 10-inch contender here. It looks like maybe that one is. No, I know that's a 7-inch. See, the messed up part is these are all at different scales. Every picture here. So each tablet looks like the same size, kinda, but they're not. Like this tablet is so much more massive than this one in real life. The Smart 2 Phoenix. How big is the screen? Like, you kind of have to say that. Oh, you can get 150 off. So that's $1,000, I think. Around $1,000. How big your screen? 10.1. So yeah, Phoenix Plus, 10.1, $1,000, and Alltel's cheapest one is $13.95. Harbor Freight's not even a contender. The only one they offer is or the only professional one they offer is $800. Then you have the Thinktool, which 10-inch, $1,000. So like right around $1,000. But like some people, okay, we got commenters here. Did we find a launch one? No, we didn't. Huh? Professional diagnosis. What's their is this X431 Turbo? How big a screen? 8-inch? No. X31 Torque. How big is screen? 10.1, but runs on Android 7. That's fine. 10.1 X431 Torque. We're gonna have to search that. Whew. Yeah, I think they were out of contention here. I think they're a little out of contention here. Unless their feature set is that much. Actually, but launch is one of those ones. You could get a Chinese one or you could get a real one. It's hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be diligent on where you buy a launch because it could be fake. I mean, not fake, but like Chinese, to where you don't get any American. But so yeah, I'd say as far as a scan tool, you're looking at a Think tool. Or you can come over here on Amazon, look at a Topton. Or I wouldn't get that. Like, I'm just saying what I would do with my money. If it was my money, I would not be scared to buy a Thinktool or a Topton. Even though they are not the top names, listen, it's all a developer in China that's making this stuff anyways. But like I was heading towards, someone said what's that other brand that's real pop, getting up there? X-Tool? Yeah, X-Tool. 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 Let's see what we can find. Is that it? Is that what I'm looking for? No, not a laser cutter. Yeah, that. Oh, looks professional. We need a 10-inch tablet. And I'm saying 10-inch because I've had plenty of 7-inch tablets. My kids have 8-inch tablets. It's not big enough to do this. You need, for your eyeballs, you need a 10-inch tablet. Car diagnosis. Ooh, they kind of have a slew here. H6 Pro looks like it's a 10-inch. X2. And there's also Can Do, right? Also Can Do. So there's a myriad of scan tools, right? Just shop around, find the cheapest 10-inch one, and I'm sure it'll have all the features you need. It's all some developer in China doing this. See? Shenzhen. It's all some developer in China that has figured out. Now, of course, some are going to have a better coverage than others. So, like, something like an X-Tool might not be as good as, say, like a Launch or an Autel. But I'd argue that, like, Autel doesn't really have the coverage, you know what I'm saying, that like others have. That's what I've heard. That Autel, they're popular, but their coverage is not leaps and bounds above everyone else. Whereas Launch might have all the coverage. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you get a scan tool based on a Launch, it might do everything you need. And that's the thing, right? You kind of need one that covers everything. And that's what these companies, they're not going to tell you that, like, oh, we can cover like everything except Subarus. They're not going to say that. You know what I'm saying? So like you kind of have to like do your research. If you're looking at one of these tools, you're going to have to research it and make sure it covers the cars you need to plug into. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the dealer tool in the dealership, like, you're kind of in a crapshoot situation. Because all these companies have deals or, you know what I'm saying, back alley handshakes on what they can cover on all these brands. And sometimes it's like they get information where they get it from. You know what I'm saying? And all these developers put it together and blam, spit out a tablet. And sometimes it works, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes a scan tool doesn't perform the service reset that you need it to perform. And that's the unfortunate part about this, is that if you're not a dealer, you kind of have to, you're at the bay of these things. So, with that stated, I would probably go for a Thinktool, because if I do recall, this company is like, they're based in England or something like that. Ontario. So they're Canadian. I knew they weren't American or Chinese, but they're Canadian. So I don't know how deep they get into messing with the same level of cars that we do. That's definitely a question for someone else. Warehouse address. They even give you warehouse address. Damn. Thinktool, I would do, or a Topton, because I've had a lot of experience. Like, Topton has sent me stuff, and it's kind of seems like they're like one of those companies that, like, they have a partnership with another company. It seems like their scan tools are a copy of someone else's. That's what it seems like. Every time I see them come out with a scan tool, it looks a lot like someone else's scan tool. So that's what I think. And some of the products they sent me, the product looks a lot like someone else's product. So I think Topton is one of those companies that has a partnership, I think, don't quote me on it, with another company, another more reputable company. But yeah, that was really the scan tool, because that was a pretty deep rabbit hole we went down there. Hold on, wow. Let's see if I can get back to the tube here. There we go. Craig Jones says, Thinktool and iCarSoft are alike. And No Name says it's a software game. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's as far as like some of the scan tools out there, it's like the tablet and the software is, you know what I'm saying, looks as eerily similar. And like, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. I'm sorry. I'm not I'm not gonna play that game. Scanner Danner says the X tools are garbage. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, like, it's kind of a crapshoot on what certain ones or certain newcomers can like cover, because they don't have the backhand deals say Launch has with I don't know, Subaru or Honda or, you know what I'm saying, Acura, or that, like, they don't have those back alley handshakes that launch has. You know what I'm saying, to get manufacturer data info on how to communicate with their, or what this certain PID means, because that's all it is, right? It's all PIDs, and they convert the PID into what it actually means. So that's pretty much all it is, and they take it to a huge network, and you kind of learn how to communicate on the network, and the scan tool is an extension of that network you're communicating on. So, like, once, say, launch has the information, or like well, let's say, for example, let's say Mercedes-Benz might like to encrypt the communication between their body control module and maybe their headlight module. And when you turn the thing, it runs an encryption and talks to it. Like, that's the type of thing that a company like Launch would need to have the key to the encryption to decode to talk to that same headlight module. And, like, newcomers can't really. It's a lot of computer jargon, like a lot of things they could do. Like, I don't know that if that's the case, because I don't really work on cars, but, like, I know it's entirely possible that Mercedes-Benz or BMW or Bugatti could take all of their modules across the entire network and encrypt the communication between it. And they could say, F you. You know what I'm saying? Only our tool is going to talk to this car system. They could do that. I don't know if they do, but it's probably all backhand handshakes on, you know what I'm saying, a deal, whether, and that's why these things cost so much. How much does Amazon spit out a tablet for? That's all these things are. It's a tablet that has a Bluetooth communication to a Bluetooth OBD adapter. Seriously, Amazon will sell you a tablet for $100, right? The money goes into all the agreements that these companies have with all these other manufacturers. $23 viewers. What's up, man? How are you guys doing today? So, I am going to get up. I need to urinate, for sure. I need to catch up on some text here, and yeah. But the reason I started this live stream, if in case you weren't here in the beginning, is that someone somewhere somehow has been throwing shade on me and maybe some others. Maybe some racism is involved. And I like to say to those group of individuals that please think twice about what you're doing. Do not mention me, because I know for a fact a lot of you guys, a lot of names that have gotten a little popular around here have capitalized on their success because a lot of the veterans have been laying dormant. You're doing a lot of things that were done better before you. Your content's not that great. So, like, if you want to stoke the fire, right? If you want to kind of poke the bear, pun intended, by all means, because it's very easy for me, for one, to come out of what I've been doing, right? Because here lately I've been coming home, working, doing, being exceptional at my job pretty much, coming home, relaxing, and using YouTube as a hobby. The worst thing you could do is motivate me. Don't do it. But go ahead on that path. Motivate me if you want to, because that's the greatest motivation I can ever have, is vengeance. And I've been known to get kind of punch above my weight class. So if you want to go there, we can go there. So let me know if any of you guys know who it is, who the certain individuals are who are kind of throwing shade, talking shit about people who have under 200 videos on their YouTube channel. Let me know, because we can make things real spicy around here. But I'm going to let you guys hinge on that while I take a quick intermission and address some things for a second. I'll be back in just a minute. Yo, I'm back. So, like I was saying, I know the powers that be are keeping this information from me, right? Cause that's the worst when someone when you know you can. Part of me don't even want to know what they were saying about me. Apparently, they were talking about someone, a black guy who does YouTube videos with pretty B-roll and works on forklifts, right? As you can see behind me, there's a ton of forklifts, right? And there's a lot of you can see my channel, right? I do fancy my B-roll. So, listen, it will be war once I get this information on who's been talking about what they've been talking about, and who's been saying racist things about me and other people. But the powers that be are keeping this information from me, I think. Because, like I said, it's quite the motivator for me to come out the woodwork and just take a huge donkey shit on someone. I swear to God, I love that stuff. I love doing that. But we're going to transition. We're going to move topics, get my mind off of that, right? Because there's no need to dwell on the negative. And speaking of the negative, this abomination, I don't know why. This abomination is the Linus Tech Tips screwdriver. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of this thing, but it made quite the ruckus. You know, it made an appearance on Project Farm, and it made an appearance elsewhere. Well, I'm here to tell you that Garnett is going to tell you the truth about this screwdriver, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat what I think about this screwdriver like other channels have. I'm not going to kind of give it its graces. You know what I'm saying? Because there are professional affiliations involved in promoting such a screwdriver. This screwdriver sucks. And it's from a fundamental standpoint. And that's something you guys are going to have to check out my full review on this thing for. So, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining me here on Garnett-Tools. Thank you guys for listening to me rant about something that some of you probably have no clue they're even about. Thank you guys. Thank you for the people who showed up and stayed here from the beginning, and even if you didn't start from the beginning, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Right? A lot of other guys won't say that to you. They won't tell you they appreciate your eyeballs. They don't care. I care. I care too much. That's my downfall. Right? That's my downfall. That's been my downfall of my whole channel. I care too much. Right? I put too much effort into certain things, and I want it to look right. I want it to be perfect. I'm a perfectionist. I care too much. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Seriously. Thank you for watching. Have a nice night.